Today we want to talk about Sarah, third characteristic of women's ministry. These are the descendants of Terah. Terah was the father of Abram, Noah, and Hassan. Haran was the father of Lot. Haran died in his native Ur in Babylonia. Abraham married Sarai and Haran married Milk, daughter of Haran. Terah took the son Abram and his grandson Lot and his daughter-in-law Sarah. Abram's wife, he left the city Ur, Babylon to go to the land of Canaan. They went as far as Haran, settled there. Terah died age of 25. God's call to Abram. He said to leave your country and go to Canaan. Then there was a famine in Canaan, so Abraham has to go to Egypt. And Egypt, as soon as he arrived, he told to Sarah, being you are a beautiful lady, so they will kill me. They will kill me and they will take you as their king or servant. So, as per Abraham saying, same thing happened. In palace, this king has taken to Sarah and kept Abraham outside, and he had given the donkeys and goats and all the things. But when Sarah was in palace, there was a disease, and all royal people got a disease. So king came to know that disease because of this lady Sarah, and he called to Abraham and said that you told me lies, so you get up from our place. And soldiers Abraham took out of the country. Abraham and Lot stayed in foreign land. They were staying together, but their workers made mistakes and they were fighting. So Abraham said that you go to Jordan Valley and I will remain in Canaan. Then he stayed in Canaan, but the problem arose. Then there were 4 kings, and they caught this Lot and put him as a slave in their country. Then Abraham gone over there. He fight for the Lot, and he carried all the Lot's property with him. When he was coming over there, the Melchizedek has come over there, and he blessed the Abraham. The Melchizedek was the king of Salem, and he is the high priest of high God. He presented bread and wine to the Abraham and blessed him. Then God had a vision to Abraham that I'll give you sons and daughter are descendants as a, when you see the sky. So that type of descendants I will give. Then Abraham and Sarai was staying in Canaan. They got a one servant, Hagar. Hagar was from Egypt. When Sarah told to Abraham that you should sleep with that Hagar and she will bore son for me. So Abraham was reluctant to do that act, but he did the act, and that Hagar was pregnant. Then when Hagar is pregnant, she was despising the Sarah. So Sarah treated her cruelly, and she has to run away. When she came into forest place, or so angel of the Lord said to her that go Sarah, you will have the descendants, and that son, that baby in your tummy, she will be the descendants of the many nations. So go to Sarah, remain over there. Then Sarah went over there and bore a son. They named him Ismail. But after bearing sons, the angel appeared again to Abraham, and with his three angels, and they gave some food for them. But while he was talking to the angels, angels told that Sarah will bore son after next time when will come after 9 months or something. That time Sarah was behind the tent and was laughing. Then since God told that why she laughed, she said Abraham told lies that he laughed at not for the, because she is not bearing son since 99 years. So after 9 months, Sarah gave birth to Isaac, and after 8 days he has circumcised as provision of their convent to God. So Sarah that time was laughing like anything, and they say God has made his promise clearly. This is the story of Sarah, gives the insight that Sarah was the old woman, 99 years, and she was not believing on the providence of God. Still, the story carried with Abraham. That story is carried with Abraham, and that Sarah is the silent feature of this story. But she was along with Abraham, and the Isaac, the promised son from God, wanted to bear from this lady. So she is the silent character of this story. But within this story, God wanted to tell us that if you got an abundant problem, you got many problems. It is when the things happens are impossible. So God's plan is made it possible. But we have to have a faith in God. Though Sarah didn't have faith, but Abraham was having a faith. So in our family, many people are, many members, we don't have faith in God or something, but some mother or sisters or fathers having faith in God, and that faith leads us to God. Because God's this faithfulness not granted to everybody. This is not granted to everybody, but it is especially granted to those who are selected. Like Abraham was selected for taking a message and believing on him, God, and trusting him. But Sarah's character and Hagar's character was, they were not believing like many Christian people are there. They sometimes don't believe prayers or don't go to church also regularly to pray. Not even personal prayer they do because they know that if I pray, it will not, nothing will happen to me. But they forget that God's planning sometimes go help from some other people. There are priests are there are pastors are there, some religious women are there are nice friends are there. So God puts the faith, God put the trust in them, and He has completes His sovereign plan in us. When Sarah is a common woman, very common woman, not London also, or staying with Abraham, being a beautiful woman, so staying with Abraham is the very rich man in the Bible or Old Testament. So she was serving the Abraham, but she was not having siblings since 99 years. She was frustrated, and then they wanted to have Eliezer slave to be their inheritance. But God, and then they got up Ismail also. But God rejected the Israel also and then Ismail also, and they had given on their son from Sarah and gave the birth to Isaac. So we should trust in God. We should submit our wills to God. We forget all the inconsistency, negativity, and what was that lacking. Many things are lacking in our mind, but we should trust in God, and God will help definitely.